Hello again, everyone. Welcome into Operation Football Live. I'm Kevin. She's Jessica. It's now playoff time. Both in Georgia and South Carolina, win or go home. Teams trying to make a run to the table and to the state title.
Some teams were expecting to be here, others not as much. That's the category Greenbrier falls into. With a stifling defense and some late season help, the Wolfpack getting to host a playoff game for just the second time in school history. Taking on former Aquinas coach Matt Lazat and Richmond Hill tonight. Wolfpack down 19-0 in the fourth. Jackson Fulmer with the keeper, and that's going to move the chains. First down, Greenbrier. Later, couple plays, Fulmer looking for one of his guys, and he is going to let this one fly. He finds Zach Blackwell downfield, and he walked into the end zone for the score. Pack are finally on the board. Later in the fourth, 19-7 Wildcats, Jackson Fulmer airs one out to Jack Nelson. Huge first down for the home team, gaining some momentum. Later in the drive, Zach Blackwell punches in a TD. Extra point is good. Now it's a 5-point game with 2 minutes left to play. But Richmond Hill will hold on to win 19-14. Here's Greenbrier's head coach Tony Kramer after the game.
It's another step for the program. We have to learn how to be a playoff team. And these young guys have seen what our seniors have done and the hard work they put in, and that's the model that we've got to follow moving forward.
Grovetown won the region for the first time, and we're hosting Bradwell Institute tonight in the first round of the playoffs. First quarter, Bradwell's Kevin Harris takes the handoff, and he is finding all the holes in Grovetown's defense. Big gain on that play for the away team. Now deep in Warrior territory, Kevin Harris again bounces to the outside, takes it down the far sideline and into the end zone, and Bradwell is up 7-0 in the first quarter. Second quarter now, Grovetown trying to move the ball. Latrell Walker picks up the first down, but the Warriors turn it over on downs. Now later in the second, Bradwell adds to their lead. Kevin Harris takes it up the middle, slips past the defenders, and that is another rushing TD. Grovetown loses 28-21.
Still in 6A, Lakeside on the road taking on Effingham County. And let's check out the opening kickoff because we got fireworks early. It's going to be Randy Scott coming up for Effingham County. He's going to find some room, follow the blockers, and he'll end up returning it over midfield, setting them up in good field position. That would eventually lead to a 31-yard field goal off the foot of Zach Thomas, 3-0. Rebel fans were liking that. Effingham defense more than stingy. Chase Housey, the stop for a loss, and then Jaden Taylor picked off by Julian Legrand. He has running room. Next play, they would take it to the house, and Effingham ends Lakeside season 16-10, your final there. Evans also has their season end on the road, 42-7 loss to Glenn. Knights finish the season 3-8. A lot of youngsters playing a lot of minutes this year.
On a short list for Coach of the Year in the area is Hephzibah's William Harrell. After all, the Rebels have gone from 4 wins to 7 in a runner-up finish in the region race.
Yeah, now for the first time in a decade, Harrell and the Rebels have a home playoff game with a big offensive line and Raekwon Riley running wild. Well, this could be a tough out. Taking on Thomasville tonight, and boy, Thomasville came to play. Marshall Chambers going to drop back in the pocket for the Rebels, but his pass is going to be caught, and then he's get a first down, getting to the outside there. Later in the drive, or later in the quarter, I should say, it's Thomasville ball. Quarterback Chad Muscoe fakes the handoff, rolls right, connects to Peyton Singletary, 4-6. Third quarter now, it's Muscoe again, connecting to Jacarius Tillman on the screen. Tillman works his all the way through the mud into the end zone, touchdown. Later in the quarter, Malik Miller is going to get the call, and he'll punch it in from a couple of yards out. Thomasville ends the Rebel season 42-7.
High-flying Jefferson County hosting Early County. This was a slugfest. Opening quarter, Warriors Desmond Beal getting good yardage deep inside county territory. And to cap it off, Jaden Jenkins, the QB, he is in for the first score of the game, doing what he's done all year. Now on defense, coming up, the lateral, and it is going to be the Warriors, Jalen Penny with the big score. Offense in the second, Markel Bonner gets the good yardage. They win 28-21. Jeffco wins.
Washington County in the land of the onions. That would be Vidalia. Waco early on. Daquan Bloodshaw. What a year he has had. To the far side, to the house. Touchdown, 6-0 as he's in. Washington County's going to strike again. Preston Daniels to Zen Taylor. And this one is another score. Vidalia trying to come back. Bryce Davis going to return the kickoff. Good yardage, but there's your final. Waco gets the job done on the road. 31-25 your final. Also from 2A, Harlem and Screven, they have their season end. Bulldogs roughed up by Fitzgerald. Swainsboro advances are now into the second round, and there's the Waco score. as they head to the next round. Time to step aside for a couple of minutes. Don't go anywhere. The first round can be crazy here, and that was the case tonight.
Yeah, we'll head across the river to check in with some of our South Carolina schools, including North Augusta, South Aiken, and Strom-Thurmond, plus the independent ranks. Stay with us.
South Carolina side of things, it was also round one of the playoffs. 12 months ago, North Augusta ran the table in the regular season and then got caught looking too far ahead and were upset in the first round of the playoffs. They were reminded of that plenty this week, and we're taking nothing for granted. They're taking on Hilton Head tonight in the Jackets Nest, and North Augusta jumped out early, opening possession. It's Tanner White doing what he does best, deep into Hilton Head territory, 35 yards on the gain, pushed out around the 10. A few plays later, White keeps it. It's in, 7-0 right there. And now Jackets defense standing tall. Jalen Tillman chases the quarterback down from behind right there, causes the fumble, and it's Gunnar Trahan scooping it up, finally brought down later as he keeps on running. He's still on his feet. That sets up White's second touchdown run of the quarter. Now early second. Guess who? Of course, it's Tanner White. Fakes the handoff. He's in. North Augusta romps 49-0. South Aiken hosting North Myrtle Beach at the Stomping Grounds. Let's pick it up in the third quarter with North Myrtle Beach on offense. Casey McClendon, he throws it over the top for a TD. The Chiefs lead 37-7, but the T-Breads are still chopping away in the fourth. Jesse Sanders keeps it. He nearly gets lost in the fog right there for a quick gain on the play. T-Breads getting closer to the end zone here. Jamonte Martin slips past the Chiefs defense and sets up a South Aiken score on the next play. Sanders to Nyquell Rylands takes it around the edge, one stiff arm, and to the house. T-Breads down 14-45 to get on the board once more. North Myrtle Beach takes it though, 52-21. Let's head on over to Strom-Thurmond. They're hosting Bishop England. Rebels ball in the first quarter. Jaquan Harris doing what he does best now, holds onto it, takes it to the house. Just his first rushing TD of 2 in the first quarter. They lead 6-0. Harris putting his arm to work on this one. He throws a pick though to Bishop England's Creston Tawes. Bishop's takeover, well, not really, because this next play, Eddie Mariano throws a pick of his own straight to the hands of Robert West. The refs rule that catch is good. Ball back to the Rebs right away. They turn that turnover into points just a few plays later. Harris connects with Stanley Hill, breaks 2 tackles before he punches it into the end zone. The Rebels shut out Bishop England 52-0, and this easily could have been a trap game for the Rebels. They finished the regular season 3 weeks ago and have just been practicing since then. Kevin and Jess, back to you guys.
They also will get another home playoff game because of that win tonight. One playoff constant over the years, Burke County. With Eric Parker in charge, Bears have made the postseason each of the 12 years he's been there, including that state title in 2011.
While they finished runner-up to Baldwin this season, they do get a day in the Bears Den with Howard. Let's head to Waynesboro for the Bears and the Huskies. Opening kickoff almost gets muffed by 2 Bears trying to catch it, but Devin Wilson ends up with it, and he is off. Sheds off multiple Huskies before finally being brought down near the Howard 40-yard line. Now, we're going to jump ahead to the second quarter. Leon McGee gets his number called, and he can run, lowers the shoulder, keeps the legs moving, and he gets the big gain for the Burke County first down.
Takes the entire team.
I know. Later in the drive, Chad Crumble takes the handoff. This time gets to the outside and cuts it back in for the first score of the game. Burke County wins it 28-22.
Also in 4A, ARC goes on the road and just, I don't have much words for that one. Mary Persons hammers them 59-0. And remember last week, Coach Youngblood talked about he liked the matchup in the first round of the playoffs despite being on the road? Well, there's why. Thompson beats Upson Lee 34-28 was your final.
One more break before we say goodnight, but we'll check in with Class A in Aquinas in the Georgia Independent ranks.
First, all the scores. In South Carolina, it's Aiken Regional and Satcher Ford, our sponsor. In Georgia, the Milton Rubin Auto Group. Background music tonight, the Hebzibah Marching Band.
At Quirk in the private school playoff schedule, Aquinas and Stratford are having deja vu.
1 week ago, they met on Highland Ave with the Eagles posting a 4-point win. Tonight, doing it all over again. Irish are hoping to flip the script. Head to Highland Avenue. Eagles and Irish, more at stake in the fog. Irish down 14-7, but it's Patrick Lovering from 41 yards out. Got it. 14-10, Irish within 4. Closing seconds of the half, J.P. Lambert scrambles, finds Cam Brinson, who gets behind the defenders, and he'll do the rest. Touchdown. They take a 17-10 lead to the half. Third quarter, Irish grounding it out. A.J. Williams with good yardage here. This would set up yet another Lovering field goal. And then defense. Check this one out. Noah Bussey goes full WWE. And bam! Bam!
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, Aquinas body slam Stratford, 30-14, your final.
Literally. From the independent ranks, Augusta Prep hosting Bellwood. Second half, Cavaliers trailing but fighting. Give to Adam Bussey, and he finds space, and he's going to find the end zone as he sees nothing but green. 28-6. Then it's trouble on offense. Fumble. And then Bellwood's Ashton Mitchell scoops it up, and he is going to take it back for the score. Last play of the game now of the season. After that touchdown, Prep's Justin Meddings takes it the distance for the touchdown, but Bellwood would go on to win 35-12.
All right, everything's going to be online and on the WRDW app in moments, so check that out there. She's Jess, I'm Kevin. For everybody behind the scenes, hey, a big thank you because they make our job a heck of a lot easier as this is our final OFL for this season. Have a good night.